Hi guys, Scott Price here. Let's see if I can get good quality video with all the noise going on in the background here. I've got some wind blowing that may affect the sound. And as always, I'm holding this with my hand, so we'll see how steady I can hold this. I've decided today to retire my hamburger grease experiment. Let's pull this out and take a look at it. It's been going for some time now. Actually, I didn't check the date. What's it been, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? I don't remember now. But let's take a look. I don't see a lot of worms crawling in and out. This is why I've decided to retire. Oh, there's one. There's another one. So we can see. Okay, so we still do have worms in here. Let's dump this out and see what we've got. Okay, so there we are. We have worms in here. We can see a lot of this has been processed. Oh, I still have quite a few worms in here. Not as many as I had before. But I do have worms in here. They're still processing this. But for the most part, the worms have sort of lost interest. I'm not sure exactly why that is. I do know that this dried up quite a bit, and that might be one reason. I let the top of my bin dry out. I was running the bin too wet, but I've since added more bedding and added more moisture. You can see here I've got the bedding's rather thick, but I've got worms down here further in the bedding. So I'm going to retire this right now. I did this based on the fact that some composting facilities will take restaurant grease waste and they will mix that with bedding, enough bedding to completely absorb the grease, and then they will hot compost the grease. Municipalities generally require that the compost be kept at a temperature of above 140 degrees Fahrenheit for at least 2 weeks. And then the grease is taken, or not the grease, the compost is set aside and allowed to cure for whatever length of time. I'm curious to know whether worms will eat the grease, and it turns out that they actually will. They'll really devour this stuff. A lot of times the composting facilities will put too much grease in the bedding, and then the question is, will the worms eat the grease that is not absorbed by the bedding? So there's one way to find out. So over here I have grease. Some of this is hamburger grease. Oh, I got a mess here. You know, I may have just answered my question. This grease is not hard. It's runny. And so I may have to throw this in the refrigerator. But in the heat, this grease will not harden. And it's not going to compost unless it is absorbed in the bedding. If I throw it in the heap right now in the compost bin, it's going to run and it's going to be absorbed by the bedding. So there's the answer to my question right there. So that was easy. That's something I didn't expect.